We left off last season. There was kind of an alternate reality episode where Booth and Brennan were basically other people, and it turned out that Booth was in a coma and Brennan was reading her book that she was writing at the same time. So you're not sure. At the end of the episode, Booth wakes up from a coma, and you're not sure if what you saw, this alternate reality, was actually Booth's dream while in a coma, or was the book that Brendan was writing while he was in a coma. And he wakes up and he says, "Who are you?" to Brennan. So that kind of left us at a bit of a cliffhanger for the end of the season. And so we start off now at the beginning of this fifth season, where it's been 6 weeks, I believe, and Brennan is getting back from Guatemala. She kind of left and, went on a dig in Guatemala, probably kind of escaping. So when we come back, we're with Angela and Angela's psychic, played by Cyndi Lauper, and she's giving me a tarot reading, which I really don't want to have anything to do with. But essentially, she thinks that Booth and Brennan are meant to be together, that these kind of star-crossed lovers, they're good for each other, etc. And she's always wanting to see them together. But she also leads us on this investigation where she tells us that these bodies are buried under a fountain. I am such a huge fan of Cyndi Lauper. I grew up listening to her music. I just loved her. She was like bigger than Madonna to me as a kid, and I just always loved. I just love her voice. She's got an amazing range and a beautiful voice as a singer, and great songs. And but what I also love about her is she's so unique, and she had that crazy hair, and I guess the kind of theme that always goes through her music is that it's okay to be different, unusual, and be yourself. And that was such a great thing to hear as a kid, because everything's about conforming when you're a child and growing up and teenager and all of that stuff. So I just always really related to her and loved her music and just who she was. I did sing Girls Just Want to Have Fun in an episode. People have said that she saw it, but I don't want to talk to her about it because it's not like I'm a singer by any means. And so it was not a fantastic rendition. It's amazing that she's interested in doing the show after that, after I butchered the song. But it was great to sing that song just because I like that song and like her. Booth still thinks he has feelings for Brennan. She's not sure that he's being serious because he also has other symptoms of recovering from brain tumor where he's not really himself. He's dressed differently and he's acting strange. She doesn't have the same kind of feelings, so she doesn't really trust that he might have feelings for her. And I think it's spoken to in this episode a lot that if Booth really has feelings for Brennan, if he chooses to express them to her, he better know for sure that he really feels this way and isn't going to change his mind, because she's very sensitive. She has a kind of hard exterior, but underneath she's a very sensitive person. She's been hurt and abandoned by her own family, by the closest people that she's known in her life, and so she protects herself very much. And if she opens it up and then gets hurt again, it would just be too much for her. David and I are very different people. We're kind of, it's like the whole opposites attract thing, and it's the same thing for Booth and Brennan. And I think that, I always think, Booth kind of speaks in metaphor and Brennan is very literal. And I think that is very true of Emily and David as well. I'm very literal. He speaks in metaphor. I don't understand what he's saying half the time he's talking, and I have to think about it in a totally different way to kind of translate it for myself, because I'm very concrete, literal, like math was my favorite subject, science, all that stuff, which is very much like Brennan. I mean, granted, there's a million things that I'm not like Brennan and he's not like Booth, but that's something that we're very different people. We kind of respect each other enough, and I think this is true of the character and ourselves as people, that we respect each other, but we really don't understand each other. I mean, well, I don't want to say that we don't understand each other. It's not natural for either one of us to come from the other's perspective, you know? We have to work hard to figure out where they're coming from, but we still respect where it is coming from, and we're trying to figure that out. So, I don't know, but it is, like I said, it's something that's, you know, I think we naturally had from the beginning. I'm not, you know, when I walked into the room, I was not intimidated by him when I first auditioned for the part, and I think that helps. You know, we challenge each other as actors and as characters and as people. We've been trying to get my sister Zoe on the show for a while, and she really wants to do it, but she's such a busy girl. Like, I mean, I think last week she didn't know she was starting a movie and she left on Sunday. So, you know, or Saturday night, actually. So she has a very busy schedule and kind of an unpredictable schedule too. She has a music career and a film career. And if she's not shooting a movie, she's promoting a movie. If she's not recording music, she's touring with her music. So by the end of Bones, we will get her on the show. I don't know what she'll play, but I can't wait.